paying attention?
No.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of 3 Geeks Flix. Joining me, as always, is the Muse, Justin Kyle. Say hello, everyone, Justin.
Hello, everyone.
Ah, yes, and of course, I am the tech, Mitchell Wright, coming at you here with an accountant beta. Now, beta, of course, is our spoiler-free review. Can't quite get it together tonight. That's all right. And I have not seen it yet. Justin has seen it, and actually, I'm going to save a little bit of tidbit of information as far as what he's told me and keep it out of the episode at this time. But anyways, this is for The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. I'm not going to go real deep in the cast. I'm going to go ahead and look to the Muse and say, Justin, give it to me. What you got?
You know, when we did our trailer break review of the trailer,
Yes.
I said immediately that, I don't know if you remember this, but that was one of my favorite videos that we did, is the accountant review, the trailer break. I said I adored this trailer. So, and I did. I think it was a phenomenal trailer.
Okay. Right. I remember.
You know, I usually am one of those people that, for the most part, I probably say about 75 to 80% of the time, I agree with most of the critics, most of the time. Now, I think right now, the last time I checked, it had like a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes. There's always exceptions to that. For instance, I think Man of Steel is a masterpiece. I love Man of Steel, right?
Right.
This is the same thing. I think this is a great movie. I've been telling everyone about it. So, you know, I'm not going to give anything away. We're not going to give anything away with this movie, but this is, everyone knows, a psychological, suspenseful thriller. So it's not very often that you say you want to see a suspense thriller repeatedly. In other words, once you've seen all of the surprises, you're kind of done and you move on.
Right.
That's not the case here. And the reason why that's not the case is because how fun this movie is. So I compare the fun to be had with this movie as something like John Wick.
Oh.
John Wick was a really fun watch. That's the you know, the story's simple with John Wick. The action's great, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was as fun as John Wick. It was smart as, let's say, the Dark Knight or Batman Begins, and it was suspenseful as, let's say, The Bourne Identity or The Bourne Ultimatum.
Oh.
So if you could kind of put all of those feelings into a mixing bowl and mix them around, that's how I felt at the end of this movie. The second time, I liked it even better than the first time.
Very nice. Very nice. And that was the tidbit I was going to keep out and let our good Muse unfold for you. And I was hopefully going to keep that to the end, but that's all right. We're going to let that roll. So I've got a few questions for you here, sir.
Well, you can edit that out if you want.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
That takes more time.
This is unacceptable!
Okay.
Feelings on the story. What
Yeah.
were your overall feelings as far as, was it a smooth ride? Was it a jumpy ride? Or, I mean, was it stagnant at any point?
Well, I watched some movie reviews of this. They were non-spoiler before I saw it, and these were from some of my favorite movie reviews, like Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns. And they did say their major complaint and criticism was at some parts it was slow. Once you see it, I think that's understandable why some people would think that, but it's a slow burn. That's the thing. It's like marinating a meat. There was never a part where I was bored watching it.
All right.
So there were some parts, obviously, where it was slow, and then there were some parts where it was really crazy. But the same could be said about John Wick. John Wick started off really slow, right?
Right.
But when it took off, as did, Man of Steel, when those took off, boy, did they take off. So that's the thing. And even with the slow parts, it was very well told story and very good character development. Everything that they showed was relevant.
Nice.
So I actually really enjoy those kind of movies. I'd rather see something like that, a slow, peak, than like a constant nonstop action.
Okay. Okay. Performances. Overall feel, were there any people that the characters felt unimportant, felt like a throw-in, pointless cameo? Was everybody solid? What's your thoughts?
Everyone was really good. So the two people that stole the show for me was obviously Ben Affleck was really good.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Simmons was very good. Anna Kendrick was good. And I don't know the actor's name, but Ben Affleck's father was really good. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but John Lithgow's in the movie.
Yeah.
And he surprised me. I didn't know that he was in it. And I saw him, I was like, oh, hey, what are you doing in there, guy? He was really good. Everyone was really, really good. There was not a bad performance across the board with this movie.
Okay. Given that, and you said it's kind of a slow burn, but it takes off, how were the action sequences? Do we have anything that felt over the top? Or did it feel a little more grounded in the real?
It definitely was grounded. It wasn't anything, like, I don't know. It was grounded. There were some parts where they incorporated some comedy in the action, which that's another thing about this movie. It was really funny.
Really?
As dramatic, yeah, that's a surprise. As dramatic and emotional and suspenseful as it was, the parts they threw in some comedy in, and it worked really well. Everyone was laughing at the exact right points when they should have been, and this was throughout the movie. So the action was really grounded, and it's hard to really compare it. It wasn't a bunch of like quick takes, like that. So today's style, they do a bunch of quick takes. It wasn't a John Wick action either. The John Wick action is by far superior to this, and that's that sets the bar for today's action movies almost.
True.
The action was solid, and it was grounded, and it was methodical.
All right, very nice. Following that up with the action sequences, video and audio. I mean, was everything? Did everything tie well together? Did it fit the mood, or did anything seem out of place, overdone?
No. So the director Gavin Hood. He also directed Miracle, and then he also directed the 2011 Tom Hardy movie Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those are solid. Warrior, that's to some people they consider it an instant classic. With this, it's different. It's a little bit different than those. But like the trailer, if you remember the trailer, they showed like the same shot over and over to symbolize the OCD that he had. That's the kind of thought that was put into the shot selection, to the editing of it. It's very symbolic of his actual disorders and psychological weaknesses that he has. It's paralleling that. So the sound editing, the visuals were all, especially the sound editing, man. When you see it in a good theater like an RX or like a Regal or something like that, the sound editing is superb. It stands out. That's one thing that actually stands out is the firing of the guns, the actual cracking of skulls and stuff like that. It's really, really good.
Little cinema endorsements there, Muse. Nice toss in. Yeah. Rewatchability.
This is the thing, and this is why I am heavily promoting this movie, because it's not many suspense thrillers that as soon as you watch it, you want to watch it again. So perhaps something like The Usual Suspects,
okay,
possibly Seven. But again, I saw this 2 days after I saw it the first time again, and I liked it even more.
Oh.
And the rewatchability, this could be just a personal thing because this is my kind of movie. Like, this is probably one of my favorite genres.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally think I think this could go down as a cult classic.
Oh.
I really do. I think this has, and I don't know. I think it has tremendous rewatchability. for sure. I'll probably see it again in theaters. And how many times can you say that about a suspense thriller?
Third time.
Probably will. Yeah.
3 times a charm.
Yeah.
Keeps getting better every time you see it, huh?
Every single time I see it.
What's your number then?
When I first walked out of the theater, the first night I saw it opening night, I immediately gave it a 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of me was thinking afterwards, maybe that was just the buzz of coming out of it. Right? So then I dropped it down to a 9, just to, my rational brain kind of took over. Hey, let's not get carried away. Then I watched it again, and it jumped back up to a 9.5.
Oh.
So, again, as you know, Tech, I only give that to I only give 10 to a groundbreaking film.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Jaws, E.T., T2, The Dark Knight, something that changes cinema. This obviously does not do that. But considering how thought-provoking this is, how original, how well it's done, how thought out it was, the action itself, the comedic elements, just the overall fun and thrillingness, I'm giving it a 9.5.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it, a 9.5. The Muse tells you to go out and see The Accountant. Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Lithgow, and I think John Bergdahl is in it as well.
That is correct.
So he let us know it's a solid cast, great performances. The audio visuals fit. The action is solid. And he gives it a 9.5. Says, don't trust the Rotten Tomatoes, folks. Don't trust them all the times. That's why we're here. We give you the real geek feel and fan feel to a film, and not just the paid critics' bought and sold opinion, so to speak. We are your independents in the politics of movies. Just remember that.
Right.
And we're also those geeky guys that talk about a lot of that stuff. So you can point and make fun of us all you want. You're still watching.
and subscribe. Keep watching.
Subscribe. And please. And we appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah.
But to do that, you got to check us out on Facebook. It's 3 Geeks Flix, spelled out 3 Geeks Flix, Flix. If you don't like Facebook, we have Twitter. It's at the number 3 Geeks Flix, Flix. Give us a follow. Holler at us. Troll us. I know we've got a troll out there, and you know what? I love every time you get on there and give us a thumbs down, because that means it's another view, and thank you for that. And to do that, though, they have to go to YouTube and check us out, where everybody who is out there basking in the glow is that third geek, and we want you all to get involved and holler at us and let us know what you want to see, what you think about a review. If you agree, disagree, hey, we'll talk about your comments. We get to know you, we'll have you on a Geek Speak. Huh? You know? Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? I'm not gonna get all falsetto and go Stewie on you today. I know you wanted me to. You were ready for it.
Yeah.
Not like he was ready for me to start the show earlier, but you'll see that soon.
That was hilarious. Oh my god.
It was. And definitely.
I still don't feel right about that.
And definitely stay tuned for the outtakes. As always, folks, we love to have you laugh with us or at us, whichever way it works. But until next time, I want to thank you all for staying tuned to the glow of those monitors, because we're going to catch you next time. Good night.
Now I can. What is love? Ain't it hurt me?
Always going to the bathroom.
What? Now let me tell you a story all about how my life got turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. I am on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the streetlight. No diggity. I like the way you work it. I like the way you work it. That's what it is.
What did you burn now?
I think my dog just
Awesome. Go check it out. Let's see. Let's take a trip. Let's take a look. Take a look. Let's see.
Well, I'm not taking you with me. That's wrong. I don't want to show people my dog's.
Okay, go take a look.
I'll go take a look. But I'll say this. If I'm out here and he's in the bedroom and I can smell it, it's got to be historical. It's got to be historical.
Let's listen, folks. Did Justin's dog poopy? It's very quiet. I'm not hearing anything yet.
Oh my god.
Do we have a winner? Alright, about 3 minutes have passed. We've heard a few more oh my gods. Oh, the toilet flush. We may have had one. Oh, it must be bad. It must have been. I think he's coming back. No. No. I hear a little anger in that. Dissatisfaction. And what was the verdict?
It was fine. It was okay.
Did we have touchdown?
That was like a 80-yard field goal that he just did. That's rude. You don't do that on someone's carpet. I don't care who you are or what species you are. There's no excuse for that kind of behavior. He's not an animal.
So that one time, it may not have been Rocco.
Yeah, but that was my brother, and that was a long time ago.
Alright, this conversation just turned. No, she's walking off the couch. She's...
Ophia! That's okay. Another Quaalude. You love me in the morning.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to... Dang it, I thought I was gonna get it. He couldn't hold it together.
Oh my god, wait, hang on. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.